Hello everybody, this is Bill the Adjuster with your smart claim tip on a little known coverage called service line coverage. You'd be surprised to know how many people, hundreds of thousands of people a year, have service line issues that need replacement, whether it be underground electric, underground water supply lines, or underground sewage laterals, which tend to be the biggest. Find out that their homeowner's insurance doesn't cover it. So I'm going to try and help you a little bit and give you a really good tip for how to solve that problem. So service line coverage is generally meant to cover a cost of maintenance. So homeowner's insurance doesn't pay for maintenance. So if the water heater goes, for the most part, the water heater is not covered, but the water damage is. If your oven fails and, causes a little bit of damage to the floor, the oven's not covered, but the floor damage is. The roof just gets old and wears out, causes damage to inside the home from the rain. Generally, that interior damage is covered, and the roof may not be covered if it just died of its natural causes. So on your screen is a picture from a water department showing the Cleveland Water Department where they're responsible and where the homeowner's responsible. And basically, it's right down the center of the road, right? So once it gets to that, what we call a curb stop, that's where coverage changes. Now, don't use this diagram as something specific. Generally, the pipes that run underneath of your ground, of your property, are your responsibility. And under a homeowner's policy, they're generally not covered. So if there's a blockage or a breakage in your main drain line coming from that house out to the street, and it's before that curb stop, they're going to need to come in and fix that at your expense, not covered by the policy. But again, if that line created an overflow inside the house, those damages will be covered. What I'm focusing on here is the actual cost to repair the pipe, which is generally excluded under a homeowner policy. So the service line endorsement is meant to pick up coverage for this really expensive repair. So the plumber's bill is the big part of service line, $5,000, $6,000, $10,000. It's usually going to be the result of tree roots. You have a sewage backup in your home. We would normally call it a sewage overflow. But you might have no water with the water line that runs from your well or from the municipal supply where it breaks. You have no electricity because the main power feed to your home underneath of your property has deteriorated and needs to be replaced. So wear and tear, really old. You might need a backhoe to excavate your entire front lawn. These can be a lot of money. And this is where the service line endorsement comes in. It pays for all of that. So what a great advantage to have the opportunity for a maintenance scenario, which is basically a worn out utility line to your home, whether it be electric, plumbing supply, or plumbing drain, would be covered by this endorsement. Now, usually the minimum policy or there's minimal cost for these endorsements. I've seen one at $15 a year. It does cover wear and tear. It does cover age. It does cover deterioration. It does cover tree roots. It does cover the pipe, and homeowners doesn't. So ask your insurance company if they have a service line coverage endorsement, and my advice is get it. Even if your house is only a couple of years old, it's so inexpensive that if a situation occurred, I can't imagine how long you'd have to live at a home before it would ever pay off. Let's just say you paid $15 a year. You'd have to live in there for 100 years to get to $1,500, and it could cost $5,000 or $10,000 to fix. So in my mind, it's a no-brainer. Take a look, call your agent, call your broker, but I would advise getting yourself some service line coverage endorsements. Sound good? So if you like what you heard on this tip, please share our video. We'd love to help you. You can email me directly at smartclaim@metropa.com, or if a claim rep invited you on the call, you're certainly willing to refer or ask them any questions specifically. Thanks very much and have a great night.